Good afternoon, this is Bob Iacchino from Path Trading Partners, along with Mike Arnolds with a weekend Path Chat covering individual stocks. It is May 14th. This is for the week starting May 15th. Quickly, I just want to do a bit of an earnings scorecard since we have 91% of the companies in the S&P 500 having already reported Q1 earnings. I did this exact same thing in the FX Path Chat, along with doing a quick weekend review of the previous week's market news, as well as covering the economic calendar going forward. So if you're just interested in this, stay here. But if you're interested in the whole thing, when you're done with the individual stocks Path Chat, please go back and listen to about the first 15 minutes or so of the FX Path Chat, the weekend update for FX. But as of right now, as of Friday actually, with 91% of the companies in the S&P 500 reporting actual results for the first quarter of 2017, these are not estimates, 75% of the companies have beat the mean EPS estimate, and 64% of S&P 500 companies have beat the mean sales estimate. First quarter blended earnings growth rate for the S&P is 13.6%. If 13.6% is the actual growth rate for the quarter, it will mark the highest year-over-year earnings growth for the index since Q3 of 2011, which was substantially higher. It was 16.7%. The estimated earnings growth rate for Q1 was 9%. 9 sectors have higher growth rates today due to upward revisions to earnings estimate and upside earnings surprises. And this is led by the industrial sector. For Q2 of 2017, 61% of the S&P 500 companies have issued negative EPS guidance, and 29 of the S&P 500 companies have issued EPS guidance that is positive. Some of them were neutral, some don't report guidance. Valuation, the forward 12-month PE ratio for the S&P 500 is 17.5. This PE ratio is above the 5-year average, which is 15.2, and above the 10-year average of 14. So if you hear people say that stocks are expensive, they're a little expensive based off of valuations, typical valuations. Other than that, let me turn it over to Mike to go over the stocks he is covering and the stocks we are watching, and possibly some new stocks as well. Mikey, it is all yours.
Okay, Bob, thank you very much. So our quick stock update, nothing else happening with FNSR, nothing else to do. We've lowered our stop a couple weeks ago, moved back up to rotation zone, which a lot of these do on a longer term basis, and now we're watching it for it to rotate back down. NVDA, which did release earnings, knocked it out of the park, blew through our stop, so this one is stopped out officially, and it was stopped out for the full amount. So when it traded through the 114.72, it was stopped out. So this now comes off our chart, and we will watch for another trade setup. NRG, nothing else to do here. Just sitting on our hands waiting. FCX still sitting at the stop reduction level, which triggered last week. So our stop's just about as 14.36. And we're waiting to see what happens with that. KAMN came down within 5 cents of hitting our target, then rallied back up and stopped us out for a reduced amount because we had already lowered our stop. So that one is also done, comes off the chart. FNB, nothing else to do here. Hasn't reached our stop reduction level, hasn't come close to stopping us out, so we're just sitting on our hands with that one. Finally, GBCI, also nothing else to do here. So that's our quick stock update. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you like what we're doing, and we will talk to you in the next Path Chat. Cheers, everyone.